Welcome everyone to this week's episode of My Life and my virtual therapy dog channel. If you're new here, I'm Frank, and this is my life from my point of view, with my voice by Dad. I'm here for all the folks who want a dog but can't have one right now. Hi everybody and welcome to this week's video. This week we're continuing our road trip north. Be covering most of the central coast. Run through Newport and Lincoln City, and mostly we're just enjoying the drive up the coast. It was, if you've been watching the series, it was quite a spectacular winter day. Nice and warm as we run by the big creek. And the only trouble with driving up the coast like this is if you stopped at all the places where there's places to stop and look at really neat stuff, it would take you days and days and days to travel it. And we actually, about a 6-hour trip for us from Depoe Bay up to Tillamook. That's the eventual destination, this road trip. And we really just did thoroughly enjoy the drive up. We'll have kind of a quick stop later on, but not really a lot of stops. We kind of needed to be in Tillamook and get checked into the Airbnb that we were headed for. So, but mostly just enjoying the drive. Just about as pretty as it can be. Dad likes to say that days like this are one of the 6 days a year that we get like this, so might as well enjoy them. Yeah, sitting watching the footage and cruising up the coast that day. I have to say, I wish I was in my sidecar, but I don't think I would have liked to have been in the sidecar on the way home. Yeah, just kind of time after time as you're cruising along, it's coming around the corner and there's the ocean again. And stay tuned for the there'll be 1 or 2 more videos before the end of this series. But the coming home video, we actually mounted a camera on top of the car. That'll be a fairly unedited video. Dad's thinking it's going to be at least 3 hours of just going down the coast. Could be something worth watching. Who knows? But Dad's been wanting to put a video like that together for a while, and should be pretty good. Come into Waldport. And one of these days we'll have time to do a much more detailed video of these little towns. So, quite a few of the little town videos are pretty popular on the channel. Waldport is it's a quite interesting town. Couple real good second-hand antique type shops in town. And as you can see, not the biggest town in the world, but little towns have hidden treasures, that's for sure. And a quick thank you to everybody who watches and likes the videos, comments, subscribes. You're not too far out of Waldport, Newport. Newport's kind of one of the bigger towns, getting up to the central coast there. And you might recognize the McCullough Bridge. Well, designed by McCullough, gentleman by that name. A lot of the bridges on the Oregon coast were. There's the bridge in North Bend. We got a video about that. If you want to check out a little bit more about that gentleman and all the bridges he built, there's a little bit of information there in that video. I'll get Dad to put one of those card things up. We won't show a huge amount of Newport. A little bit of kind of the old town. The marina in Umpqua River, Umpqua Bay, kind of where the fishing fleet is, and all the fish plants and stuff. Newport has a pretty active fishing fleet, kind of like Charleston there. But we'll kind of skip the car dealerships and the restaurants and all the, just, town. Newport is a really fun town to check out. It's another one we need to do a video of. And those folks there, they definitely have quite the view. That would be hard to suffer in one of those places looking out at the ocean all the time. Makes the guy wonder if maybe one of those is Airbnb. And pop down here for a quick break, and unfortunately the sun was not cooperating with us. Dad was doing the best he could, but there's just not much you could do. And unfortunately, Dad stuck his finger in most of the footage that he shot here, so you get a pretty good glimpse of just how pretty it is. We'll actually drop down the hill, and we thought we might be able to get a better view from down below, but that didn't turn out either. So, well, just the viewing spot turned out to be more of a restaurant in a parking lot, and but the drive down was pretty. There's just nothing like the Oregon coast. We did find a most interesting house with a vast collection of fishing floats, mostly crab pot buoys, but And the Devil's area is down here, but the ocean was definitely not big enough to make that real spectacular or even really all that visible. And really more restaurant. And Dad spotted a sign that discouraged dogs, so we just spun around and kind of looked around a little bit, see what was down here. And turns out there's some people were trying to surf, but from the looks of it, they weren't having too much luck. It was a pretty flat ocean, but there was some surfers around, and Dad kind of swerved over here to get the dash cam to pick up this guy's collection. Pretty impressive. Anyway, back on the highway 101 north. Then we'll end this segment of the video in Depoe Bay. Depoe Bay lays claim to the smallest harbor on the coast for sure, possibly in the world, I don't know. It's a tiny little harbor. We will come up and do a video about this too one of these days when we have more time. But Depoe Bay is definitely a touristy little town, and really does it quite well. If you're driving along, it's worth a visit, worth a walk. But I'm gonna say goodbye until next week. Everybody stay safe, have fun. Until then, cheers. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my videos, stick upon the thumbs up button. And for the newest, go ahead and paw that subscribe button. Thanks again. Cheers.